the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Zodiacs, this is Braylon. Some of you may know me better as Pisces Priestess. I'm here to sit down and talk to you about Saturn retrograde, you guys. Woo! This is interesting. Everybody's talking about Saturn retrograde right now in the astrology community. So I just had, as a Capricorn rising, I just had to sit down and channel some things about Saturn retrograde. I even got Saturn here with me, guys, on my desk, okay, to talk about this. I'm going to channel some things. Now, Saturn went retrograde on April 17th, just a couple days ago. This was a shift that even the most least aware people of astrology felt this shift. I got people hitting me up. What the hell's going on, Braylon? What's going on? So yeah, guys, Saturn retrograde. We got Chiron and Aries. A lot going on with the cardinal signs right now. So this is about action. Retrogrades are the slowing down of energy. So this might be delayed action. This definitely talks a lot about needing a little bit more time, you guys. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. He is the father of time. So from now until September 6th, there's things that are karmically going on in our universe that we need more time about, okay? Saturn talks about, restrictions and limitations. I got my notes here. Boundaries, discipline, rules, regulations, and responsibility. This is responsibility. So in these videos, you guys, I'm going to be talking about the different areas of responsibility that we need to reflect on. Because this is definitely, I think it's very interesting that Saturn is the Lord of time, right? Saturn rules time. Time is karma. Time and karma are very similar, okay? So Saturn is the father of time. Saturn is a very father figure, all right? So this is definitely time travel, because anytime we have a retrograde, this is time moving backwards. This is time kind of taking a slower turn of events. So this is definitely a wrinkle in time, because I feel like from now until September 6th, we're gaining the ability to have more time about something. What I'm seeing in my head is us running on a treadmill. And we've been running on this treadmill with Saturn and Capricorn, since December 19th is when Saturn first entered Capricorn. So since then, we've been running on this karmic treadmill. And this is Saturn. I see Saturn, he's like, there's this figure, and he's in a suit, of course, and he's kind of intimidating and bulky. And he's like a drill sergeant or something. And he's been running us to death, running us. And this is the transit where he turns down the speed of the treadmill. We finally get to catch our breath, you know what I'm saying? He's secretly proud of us, but don't get too happy about that, guys, because he's slowing down the treadmill temporarily so that he can increase the fucking speed when it comes to September 6th, okay? So the reason why this slowing down of karma, now keep in mind, Saturn is slowing down, but karma is intensifying. Karma is actually more intense the slower it comes. It's like creeping up, like you're not going to get it now, but you're going to get it soon, so it's just kind of creepy. And, I don't want you guys to think that Karma's just out of the building, because Karma has not left the building. She is taking a temporary backseat, so that our Karma from since December to April, so that's 5 months, I believe. We have December, January, February, March, April, so 4 months. For the past 4 months so literally 4 months, because it's been exactly 4 months as I record this video, because December 19th was when Capricorn had Saturn enter their sign. And let me tell you, Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So he is very comfortable in this grounded Earth 10th house energy. And he's comfortable in Aquarius as well, because these are two signs that talk about the future. These are two signs that talk about social status and community. So this is Saturn, okay? And he is here definitely in this area. So for the past 4 months, we have been doing things, and we might not have even been aware of it. We've been doing things that are karmically involved with our destiny. You know what I'm saying? So this is about reflecting on the past 4 months and getting prepared for the next 5 months. Okay, because this is happening since April 17th to September 6th. So that's from basically Taurus season to Virgo season. So interesting that this is happening in two earth signs. This is Capricorn. This is happening it happened in Aries season, to be fair, but we are 1 day away from Taurus. So the majority of Well, this is going to happen in Taurus season, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. But I just think it's interesting that this is happening around the area, the Taurus cusp, which is an earth sign, and then it's going to go back direct in Virgo season. So come Virgo season, you guys, this karma is going to be very grounded. Okay, we're going to be learning. This is all about the reflection. We're going to be reflecting on certain responsibilities right now. This is lessons from the past. I'm calling this the karma control squad. So Saturn has minions. Saturn has people and places and things that work in his favor, that are out here distributing these rules, distributing these regulations. And it's all us. We're bouncing off of each other. Some of us we have karma involved with other people and stuff like that. So this is definitely about reflecting on our responsibilities. This is definitely reflecting on certain limitations that we've learned about since over the past 4 months. Certain discipline. This is a good thing, you guys, because some of us are dealing with limitations that are no longer serving us. Some of us are restricted in areas that Saturn doesn't approve of. Some of us are lacking boundaries that we need to build. Some of us are having way too many boundaries placed on us. So this is about authority, okay? This is about taking authority of our past, you guys. This is about needing more time. This is literally a wrinkle in time, literally time travel. So this is a karmic review of everything that has happened since the past 4 months, since December 19th. And this is an evaluation of growth. How much have we grown? What have we learned about responsibilities? What have we done? What haven't we done? Karma is an energy that comes back around. So what goes around comes around, right? So in this case, what went around is coming back around. This isn't even what's going around anymore. There's nothing going around right now. We're taking a temporary break. So you want to be careful what you do for the next five months, because it's not that you're going to get away with it. You know, karma does come back around. We have these rings with Saturn, right? We have those darker rings there. There's a reason why Saturn has ice rings. This is ice and dust. Saturn's rings are made of ice and dust. So this is old karma. Karma comes with us from past lives and stuff like that. So even, you know, this is old and cold karma. That's why Saturn has dust and ice as their rings, because even the oldest of karma and the coldest of karma is still coming back around, you guys. So it's definitely time to reflect on that. This is going to be a game changer, okay? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Saturn going retrograde is a game changer. So it's going to be interesting to see the different areas of life that this is happening in for all of us. You know, this is definitely something that's going to change. Karma is a very, very, very powerful force. I'm a strong believer in karma. So, you know, don't be afraid, because this is definitely necessary. Karma is what the energy that we put out returning to us. So honestly, I'm so open to karma because I want to get what I deserve. And whether that's a good or bad thing is going to depend on the different individuals that we are. So if you're going to get what you deserve, and if you're confident, if you've worked hard, if you've done if you've been following your karmic path, if you've put in the work, if you've placed certain boundaries, followed certain rules, if you've been on your A game, then this is going to be an easy transit for you. You're just going to be reaping what you sow. So, you know, I feel like that karma is a very important force in our life, because I don't know about you, but I want people to get what they deserve. What goes around comes around. We all have a karmic path, and Saturn controls that for us. Saturn is that father figure, you know what I mean? And there are certain energies that come along with Saturn as an authority figure. You know, he just wants what's best for us. People give Saturn such a horrible rep because they feel like Saturn is a very sinister planet. But to me, I've always loved Saturn. You know, I have Saturn right on top of my sun in my natal chart, and I'm also a Capricorn rising. So Saturn has always been one of my favorite planets. I'm very much open to constructive criticism and authority. You know, I don't really like being told what to do, but as far as astrology goes, as far as Saturn goes, I know that he's never going to lead me wrong. He's never going to lead me astray. You know what I mean? Saturn wants what's best for us. He wants us to grow and be responsible and do things in a timely fashion and be the best selves that we can be, our responsible selves, you know. There are just certain rules that we have as people. Karma has a lot to do with rules and a lot to do with boundaries and restrictions. So we really want to just remain open during this transit, you guys. Remain open to the things that are coming in and releasing from our life. Because if there's anything that I know about this transit, is that it is karmically orchestrated. You know, Saturn doesn't go retrograde and things like that unless it's supposed to. And it's interesting because this is happening in Capricorn, meaning Saturn is very at home, and it's happening with Pluto and Mars. So this has everything to do, you guys, with karmic action. This has everything to do with a karmic purification because this is happening with Pluto. So this is a karmic transformation. Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all together in Capricorn, definitely working together to purify our actions, to purify our karmic destiny. So I don't know about you, but I'm open to that because sometimes planets just know things better than me. And I am definitely going to trust the universe during this time. Like wherever we wind up between now and September 6th, you guys, just trust in the destiny of things right now. Trust in the karmic divine order of our planets and our universe. Everything happens for a reason, right? So what's coming around is meant to come around. And honestly, I'm going to remain open to everything that comes my way because for all I know, there was something I did in a past life. I trust karma. Karma is a force that I trust. And just remember, guys, karma's only a bitch if you're a bitch to her, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to now start recording and get these other videos uploaded so that we can talk on a more personal level with each zodiac sign about where this is happening for us, okay? So please enjoy your videos, and I will talk to you guys soon. Hey, what's going on, Taurus? Here to talk to you about Saturn retrograde in your 9th house of philosophy. So this is definitely a lesson for you, Taurus. The 9th house talks a lot about learning. The 9th house talks a lot about expansion. So this is a karmic expansion for you. This is about certain restrictions and regulations being placed on you as far as something that is not allowing you to expand. You may need more time to learn something, Taurus. So this is definitely an evaluation of how much you've learned. This is definitely going to bring up certain responsibilities. So there's definitely something here, Taurus. You are the Hierophant card. So you are all about learning and your beliefs and stuff like that. So this is going to be an interesting transit for you. Another thing I want to mention here is long distance travel. The 9th house rules long distance travel. So, over the next 5 months, between now and September 6th, Taurus, if you're led to travel anywhere long distance, so hours away, 2 hours away, some of you are traveling cross country, out of state. So there's a certain karmic travel here happening with you, Taurus, and I'm going to add that here just because. Karmic travel, you might learn something from these travels. I think you're going to be, the lessons that you're learning, these karmic lessons, this is going to be very expansive for you. Saturn is expanding, these lessons for you so that you're learning more. This is higher education. So this is you learning about your higher self. This is you expanding in a philosophical, I hate that word, in a philosophical way. So this is you being the student and the teacher, Taurus. You could be called to certain lessons right now. Some of you are in school, some of you are studying right now, and if you are, it's very karmic. It's because of Saturn in your 9th house, okay? Expanding your learning. You're going to be learning a lot more over these past 5 months. Now, this is a retrograde. So you want to reflect on the responsibility that you have when it comes to the 9th house. Some of you may be travelers. So, you may have a responsibility to travel right now. You may need more time as far as some sort of long distance traveling related energy. You may need more time to be a teacher. You may need more time to be a student. If there's anything about a student, sometimes we need more time as students to fully learn a lesson. And this is great because Saturn's going retrograde to give you more time to learn something, Taurus. He's giving you more time to expand on a certain subject, on a certain area in your life. So you're both the student and the teacher. Some of you may be called to teach. Like you, Taurus, you are specifically working for Saturn right now. Not only are you an earth sign, just like Capricorn. So, this is not only your karma coming back to you. This is Saturn using you, Taurus, to actually teach certain people right now about their karma. Maybe you're going to be speaking out more. I'm a Taurus moon and I'm teaching more about karma right now. So that might be because I'm a Taurus moon and when it comes to me being a Taurus moon, Saturn's in the 9th house. So that's very interesting. I'm trying to expand knowledge about karma. So you guys could be speaking out about karma more. You guys could be maybe even traveling long distances to teach, So, and if you do travel, Taurus, wherever you've traveled since the 19th of December and wherever you travel since until September 16th, you are karmically destined and fated to travel to these places because you're going to learn. Saturn is taking you to higher places. Saturn is taking you away from your comfort zone, away from your lower mind of the third house, and expanding you into the ninth house. And sometimes, in order to learn, sometimes we only can learn certain lessons that are far away. Sometimes we have to, remove ourselves from a certain like a person, place, or thing that's comfortable in order to expand. So this is in the name of expansion, Taurus. This is all about your higher learning and certain karmic lessons that are coming up. So anything that you learn from now until till September 6th, this is karmic. You're learning certain things from Saturn right now. You are Saturn's student right now, and you are also Saturn's teacher. So it's very interesting there how that's happening with you. So, I do feel the need to mention that since this is a retrograde, I don't want to take the meaning of Saturn and reverse it, because that's not necessarily what's going on. Like I said, Saturn slows down, but karma intensifies. So, if there's been any limitations on your knowledge, Taurus, if there's something getting in the way of you learning something, if there's any discipline or rules, school, teachers and school and lessons, it definitely goes hand in hand here with responsibility and regulations. And school, it reminds me of a school setting. And I'm seeing you sitting in a desk, Taurus, and just you have this piece of paper out and this pen, and you're taking notes, and there's a lot of notes to take. So I know that you're going to be really learning so much throughout this transit. You're going to actually be learning more about Saturn. You're going to be learning more about restrictions, learning more about limitations. Why, and it's really great, Taurus. It's really great that you have this in this position, because it's really beneficial to learn more about boundaries. Some of you are going to expand certain boundaries or expand certain limitations, and you could also be restricting them, because this is interesting. Saturn's all about restriction. And right now, Taurus, Saturn is teaching you about expansion. So there's an opposition going on there. Restriction and expansion are kind of opposing energies. So you're going to be learning, more about when to expand, more about when to restrict. And this is boundaries with other people, Taurus. You might be teaching people about boundaries. You're the bull. This is your birthday. Taurus season is coming in tomorrow. So, throughout your season, you could be placing more boundaries on people. You could be more of a disciplinary figure. Taurus is very territorial. They're very responsible people. You're a fixed sign, so you're very stable. And, this is certain lessons from the past coming back up. This is karma control. And as far as the energy that you've put out there when it comes to the ninth house, so if you've aligned yourself with learning, if you've done what it takes, some of you I hear going to school or just taking initiative to learn more responsibility about something, you're going to be learning more responsibility, learning how to be more responsible for yourself, Taurus, and for maybe even others that you're responsible for. Some of you are teaching other people how to be responsible, teaching other people how to regulate their finances, how to in place rules and limitations and all that kind of stuff. So, Taurus, I think this is a karmic review of what you've learned so far. I really, really do think that for you, Taurus. And I honestly, I'm not really worried about you guys, because this is happening in an area that, you're just going to learn. You're just literally going to learn from all this. And I don't really think you guys are going to be feeling what a lot of other signs are going to be feeling. Some people are having this in areas that are going to be really restricting. And, if you do feel that way, Taurus, you may just feel like, maybe some of you are going to be restricted from traveling far away. Maybe you had a vacation planned, and, since Saturn's going retrograde in your ninth house, it slows down that vacation. It moves it a little bit quick. Some of you, there might be a vacation that's moved to September. Some of you might not be able to travel as far as you wanted to because of a lesson that you haven't learned yet. So that's coming up too. Like, some of you are really planning on traveling far distances, but karma is going to come in and say, Taurus, if you move far away, if you travel that long distance, that's off your karmic path right now. Wait till September to travel. So it depends on you, Taurus. It depends on what you've learned and where this higher education and expansion is going to take you guys. But, I'm going to tell you, just like I'm telling everybody else, you really want to trust karma right now. Karma is not a bad thing. Karma is our energy returning to us. So you don't want to miss any of that energy, because karma, it follows us throughout our past lives, So it's definitely important to remain open in receiving for karma, because good karma comes back too. You know, it's good and bad karma. It's whatever you put out into the universe coming back to you. So for some of you, this is traveling long distance. For others of you, it's not traveling long distance. But either way, you're learning, Taurus. You're the student right now of karma, the teacher of karma. And, you know, this is happening in a very interesting place. So above all, Taurus, you really want to trust yourself as a philosopher right now. You want to trust the philosophy of your own life. I feel like there's some sort of book or some sort of expansive story that's being written about you right now, Taurus. And you want to trust your path, and you want to trust in the timing of your life right now. Divine timing is coming up a lot for these Saturn retrogrades. So as far as anything that happens and anything that has happened since December, anything that is going to happen till September, make sure that you're just trusting that and remaining open to it, okay? Even if there's some hard things that come up, just make sure that you're really remaining open, because Saturn rules restriction. So he knows when someone's restricting him. He knows when someone's placing boundaries against karma. And honestly, they're not going to work with Saturn, because you can't really trick a trickster. You know what I mean? You can't play a player. So, you know, I trust you, Taurus, that you're going to handle this as a stable earth sign. You're going to remain grounded. And, you know, just put on your learner cap, because you're going to learn a lot from now until September. So this is your video, Taurus, for Saturn retrograde. I hope that it was helpful and that you learned a lot. These are shorter videos, so if you have any questions, please comment below your experience or anything that you might want to contact me about, and I'd be more than willing to talk to you guys more. I have a Taurus moon. So, all right, see you guys later.